Welcome, folks, to the final episode of Starfleet Simplified Season 2. I'm Michael Schockman, I'll be your host and commentator today. And in today's episode, as promised at the end of last week's episode, we will be covering the AI-controlled prototype and later controversial 3 ships in 1 ship that was featured in a few episodes of Voyager, Star Trek Voyager. Today we will be covering the Prometheus class heavy cruiser. The Prometheus class heavy cruiser, ladies and gentlemen, does not have a lot of information on it on Starbase 118, so I apologize. What I will say about it, from what I have been able to find out, is that it was designed initially as a prototype to try and work out the bugs and kinks of making a ship that was controlled almost entirely, if not entirely, by artificial intelligence. It had it had a single form that went together, traveled at extreme speeds through space, and then when it came time to go into combat, it often split off into 3 individual smaller forms that were used as a kind of a swarm tactic to be able to overcome things. A single Prometheus class took on 2 Diderodex class cruisers or battleships during a Romulan ambush and easily destroyed them without any problem. So woe betide anybody who goes up against a Prometheus class, especially in the modern age. Enough said. As for the specifications of the Prometheus class, ladies and gentlemen, it is classified as a heavy cruiser. It was produced on its production base was ASDB Integration Section Beta Antares Shipyards. It has a dimension of 415 meters long, a beam of 170 meters, and a height of 113 meters. It's about a third the size of a Galaxy class. It has a mass of 850,000 metric tons, or roughly 1.7 million pounds, basically. So yeah. It has an accommodation of 140 officers and crew, and has no personnel evacuation limit. It was actually designed not to have to be run by living crew, as pointed out by Andy Dick in the point of being the computer on the Prometheus class in Voyager. Its power plant is 2 1,500 plus Cochrane warp cores feeding 2 nacelles each, 1 dorsal and 1 ventral on the battle sections, and it has 1,000 plus Cochrane warp core feeding 1 nacelle on the saucer section. It also has 3 impulse systems, 1 for each of its different split-off sections. It has a performance, a standard speed, making this one of the fastest things ever, of warp 9.99 indefinitely. And its armament is 13 Type 12 phaser emitters and 3 photon torpedo launchers. That basically means that the main saucer section has 5 Type 12 phaser emitters and 1 torpedo launcher, and the other 2 have 4 each of the Type 12 phaser emitters and 1 torpedo launcher themselves each. Put together, when separated, this thing is deadly, simply put. As for my personal feelings on the Prometheus class, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I think it's a cool concept. I think the fact that it was later improved upon and used as an inspiration for a lot of the AI run systems in later series like Star Trek Picard and is kind of a cool little throwback to earlier days of Star Trek lore. So I think that's really cool. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to about do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a comment down below, not only telling me what you think of the Prometheus class, but tell me what you thought of this season of Starfleet Simplified in general. I would love to hear your comments. I want to say thank you to everyone out there who's been sharing, liking, and viewing these videos. I'm actually recording all of these. I've recorded all of these different audio tracks for these things for this season, all in one go. So hoping you guys will enjoy all this stuff in at the time of recording. Though by the time you see it, it'll probably end up being like end of the year 2023 and or into the beginning of the year of 2024. So yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am Michael Shockman. I've been your host and commentator. Stay tuned for maybe next week, maybe the week after. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for season 3, hopefully, of uh, of um, of Starfleet Simplified when we cover more things. I have to figure out what's going on in that regard, but stay tuned for that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am Michael Shockman. I've been your host and commentator, and until next time, bye bye for now. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Secondly, if stream bucks are plentiful, please consider supporting the channel either by subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, or by grabbing some merch over at the Shock Shop. The links to all of these will be in the About section and in the description down below. Again, thank you to all of our supporters for all of the likes, shares, and views. I really appreciate it, and without all of you, our work here would not be possible. I'm Michael Shockman, folks. I've been your host and commentator. And remember, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we will see you guys all again soon in the next one. Peace off, everybody.